Hi. So welcome to this special series. So I have come up with this very nice question and all of you certainly must have tried it. And I'm just giving you 5 more seconds on the reverse count of 5. You are supposed to pause this video, and if you have not solved it already, give it a try once, right? There are 4 questions which follow this information, and I'm just getting aside. So on a reverse count of 5, your time starts, right? And it starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, I'm back. So I'm sure that you have taken screenshot and you have solved it. Now let's solve it together. It says 6 persons, Aman, Binod, Jitin, Jatin, Nikhil, Nitin, participated in 3 different races, 100, 200 and 500 meters respectively. So 6 persons are there and they are running in 3 different races that has been mentioned so far, and their names have different, they have same initials also, right? Jitin, Jatin, Nikhil, Nitin. So I need to write the complete names. Otherwise, I would have preferred only writing the first letter, right? Okay, now no 2 persons finished any race in the same position. What does it mean? It simply means that in every race, each of the 6 persons have finished at a different place, isn't it? Let's see, read once again. It says no 2 persons finished any race. तो किसी भी रेस में, right, in any race, किसी भी रेस में, if I talk about any one particular race, so in that particular race, no 2 persons, no 2 different persons finished in the same position, right? They finished in the same position. It is not happening. That means each of the 6 persons are finishing at different places. So it's a clear question of rankings, right? So we need to find out which person finished in which particular rank, and all are getting 6 different ranks. There are 6 persons, so everyone is getting 6 different ranks in each of the 3 races. So basically that will be a 6 by 3 table, we can say, right? Besides their race number, their ranks, and the total length, beside that we will be having 3 by 6 table. So I think table bana le sath sath. After that we can read this information and we can fill it together. Okay, so I'm making the table on the next slide. Let me click here only. Okay, so there are 4 questions. We will see the question afterwards. So first let's make the table. So let me make the table. Table, we are having 100-meter race. Let me write here. We have 100-meter race, we have 200-meter race, and we have 500-meter race. Fine, 100-meter, 200-meter, and 500-meter. And there are 6 different persons, so they are each is finishing at different place. So that means they are going to get 6 ranks, right? So rank 1, rank 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Fine. So that's the basic structure we should always follow, that how we are going to solve the questions. And I've said it many times that it's always better to draw the lines as well, because if you don't draw these lines, what happens? The data you are entering here, that may sometimes jumbled up, mix up with the other values. So it's always better. It will not take more time. Okay. So let me write the names also. We have 6 names, I think. Yes, Aman, Binod, Jitin, Jatin. Let me write Aman. We have Binod. We have Jitin, Jatin, I think Nikhil and Nitin, right? Yes, Nikhil and Nitin. Nikhil and Nitin. So you're also having the idea that how you are supposed to write at the time of examination. Okay, let's see the further information. So far we have got to know 3 races, 6 persons, and they are getting 6 different ranks. Okay, let's read the information one by one now. First point says, Binod is not the first to finish 100-meter race. Of course, Binod is not at the first rank in 100-meter race, but he finished before Aman and Nitin. So Aman and Nitin pakka uske baad aane wale hain. So let me write that information. So I'm writing it here so as not to read those points again and again. So Binod, if we are talking about 100-meter race, so Binod is not first. Binod is not first. So iska rank first to nahi hai, but he is finishing ahead of Aman and Nitin. Now, Aman and Nitin mein se who is finishing earlier? I don't know that. So, but Binod is certainly ahead of Aman and Nitin. I hope it is very clear, right? Binod is not at the first position. So, can you tell me what could be the topmost position gained by Binod? It is second rank, right? Second rank, second position. And after that, Aman and Nitin, what could be the highest rank which may have been obtained by Nitin, let's say? So, it could not be greater than 3, right? So, because if Binod is coming up at second, which is the highest possible for Binod, because he is not first, so then Nitin can be at max at rank 3, right? Or lower than that. I hope it is very clear. Let's read back to, let's go back to the further points. So first point we have read, no need to come back to it again. I'm ticking it. Second one, Nikhil is the only person, अच्छा क्या खास बात है इसकी, to finish more than one of the 3 races in the same position. So he's the only person. That means there are 3 races every person is running in and they are getting certain ranks. So this is Nikhil is the only person who is getting same rank, who to finish more than one of the 3 races in same rank. So more than one of the 3 races. तो जो 3 रेसेस हैं उनमें से एक से ज्यादा में सेम रैंक या सेम पॉइंट पे सेम पोजीशन पे फिनिश करने वाला इज द ओनली पर्सन. It also means that is called reading between lines basically, that other than Nikhil, all the 5 persons are always getting different ranks for all the positions, right? So right now we have made the table according to ranks. तो अगर रैंक के अकॉर्डिंग देखूंगा तो निखिल की बात को छोड़कर बाकी जितने भी रैंक्स होंगे, so in the front of each rank, basically in each row, the 3 names would be different, right? The 3 names would be different. Only exception is with the case of Nikhil. ठीक है? Let's read further. So Nikhil is the only person to finish more than one of the 3 races in same position. Fine. And he finished at least one of the races in third position. ठीक है, तो जो उसकी races he is going to finish, so at least one of the races is finishing at third position and at least one of the 3 races, one of the races in the 5th position. Okay, that's a very informative point. So let me get back to that part and let's try to write this. We are talking about Nikhil. So Nikhil is certainly finishing in one race in third position and one race in position number 5, right? Now one more race he is having. Now what could be his rank? That's clear. He's going to have rank 3 in that remaining race or 5, nothing else, right? So because he's the only person who is finishing more than one race in same position. I hope it is clear. So these are 2 situations possible. By the way, I am not suggesting that ये first वाली race है, ये second वाली race है, third वाली race. I don't know that. I've just written the numbers in the ascending order. But these are the 2 possibilities for the position received by Nikhil in the 3 races. Fine, because at least one of the races is finishing in third, at least one is finishing 5. Okay, let's read further. So this second point also we have taken very carefully, and we have also understood that all of the persons are always finishing in different positions. Third point now, the person who finished the second in 200 finished 4th in 500. Okay, that's a typical kind of question information कि जो 200 मीटर में सेकंड पोजीशन पे आया है, इज द सेम पर्सन हु फिनिश्ड 200 मीटर वाली में सेकंड पोजीशन पे and he finished the 4th in 500. That is same person. So I don't know which person that person is. So we can put some variable there. So 200 में second position. Let me write 200 में second position. So let it be X. I don't know the name of the person right now. So if this is the person X, the same person finished 4th in 500 meter. So in 500 meter, he is finishing 4th. So this is also X. So basically these 2 are same persons, right? And of course it can't be Nikhil because Nikhil is never finishing at 2 or 4 position. Okay, let's move back. So whatever this person is, we have put down this information on that table. So no need to read this point again. Okay, we are on the 4th point now. It says Binod finished ahead of Jitin. Okay, Binod finished ahead of Jitin in 2 of the 3 races. Now when it says 2 of the 3 races, it means exactly 2. ठीक है? At least अलग से mention था ना. If you remember in the previous case, at least word was already mentioned, right? So when it says कि Jitin, this Binod finished ahead of Jitin, then Jitin से आगे finish किया है उसने in 2 of the 3 races, it means exactly 2, right? Okay, so लिख लेते हैं इस बात को भी. So Binod finished ahead. तो यहाँ पे लिख लेते हैं कि Binod जो है वो Jitin से आगे है. Binod is having a better rank. Jitin is having a better rank. So I'm writing in this way. So Binod is better or more having a better rank than Jitin in exactly 2 races. So 2 races. Which 2? I don't know. That we need to see. But Binod is ahead of Jitin in exactly 2. बढ़िया, आगे चलते हैं. We are on the last point, I guess. Yes, the 4th point also we have written. We are on the last point now. It says Nitin finished ahead of Nikhil in 100 meter. Okay, so let me mention the exactly same way we did earlier. So Nitin finished ahead of Nikhil in 100 meter. So Nitin finished ahead of Nikhil in which race? Only 100 meter. So this is a 100 meter race. There is specifically 100 meter race. यहाँ पे मुझे मालूम नहीं था which 2 races. So I mentioned 2 that Binod is ahead of Jitin in exactly 2 races. But in this case, I know that Nitin is ahead of Nikhil in 100 meter race. So this is a 100 meter race, right? We know that this is 100 meter race and Nitin is ahead of Nikhil. सो नितिन इज अहेड ऑफ निखिल, तो निखिल से और पीछे आने वाला, राइट? सो निखिल इससे और पीछे आने वाला है। आई कैन मेंशन इट हियर ओनली, है ना, उसको वहां से लिखने की जरूरत भी नहीं थी। बेसिकली दिस पॉइंट वी हैव कवर्ड, आई हैव क्लब्ड इट हियर ओनली। सो नितिन इज अहेड ऑफ निखिल, सो नितिन तो विनोद के पीछे था, निखिल उससे और पीछे है, राइट? आई एम नॉट श्योर अबाउट अमन, अमन कहां पे है मालूम नहीं, बट नितिन से पीछे निखिल है, तो लेट मी मेंशन लाइक दिस। सो नितिन के पीछे निखिल आने वाला है, तो वी कैन बी मोर क्लियर हियर, ठीक है? एंड वन मोर इंफॉर्मेशन इज गिवन हियर। सो नितिन फिनिश्ड अहेड ऑफ निखिल इन 100 मीटर। Who finished? Who is what? Who is who? This is Nikhil. It is this who is nothing but Nikhil, the immediate person being talked about. So this Nikhil finished ahead of Jatin. So Nikhil जो है जतिन से आगे है. So Nikhil is better than Jatin in each of the 3 races. That's very nice. So Nikhil is ahead of Jatin, or Nikhil is ahead of is better than Jatin in each of the 3 races. Let me mention that as well. So Nikhil is better than Jatin in all the 3 races. Right, in all the 3 races. That is nice now. So अब ये Nikhil cannot be at the last position, isn't it? Nikhil cannot be at the last position. Nikhil यहाँ पे 4th, क्योंकि विनोद की बेस्ट पोजीशन यहाँ पे क्या थी? सेकंड. विनोद इज नॉट फर्स्ट, सो विनोद बेस्ट इट कुड बी एट सेकंड पोजीशन. आफ्टर दैट वी हैव नितिन, और मे बी अमन को बाद में भी भगा दें तो निखिल कैन नॉट बी एट थर्ड पोजीशन. सो इन दिस फर्स्ट रेस, 100 मीटर रेस, निखिल certainly is having a rank lower than third, right? Lower than third. And we know the possible ranks for Nikhil, they are 3 or 5 only. So it can't be 3. So certainly Nikhil must be at 5th rank. Are you agreeing with that? Yes. So Nikhil in this race can't be at third position. Why? Because Nikhil से ऊपर पक्का नितिन और विनोद तो हैं ही, and Vinod cannot be at the first position. That confirms that Nikhil cannot be at third. So Nikhil certainly must be at 5th position. So let me write, this is certainly Nikhil. I hope it is okay. And also I know that Nikhil is better than Jatin in all the races. Certainly Jatin must be finishing behind Nikhil in this 100-meter race, isn't it? So that's certainly true. Okay, let's see further. Now so 5 वाला तो एक हमें मिल गया है. अभी ये इज इट पॉसिबल कि दोनों ये 3-5-5 वाले हों, यानी कि एक और पोजीशन में, एक और रेस में निखिल इज एट 5th पोजीशन? इज दैट पॉसिबल? जस्ट ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट from this point. If you see both these points together, so Nikhil is better than Jatin in all the 3 races. तो अगर निखिल फिर से किसी रेस में 5th पोजीशन पे आता है, so what would be the possible rank for Jatin? Again 6th. But we already knew that except Nikhil, everyone is having different finishes, different ranks. So certainly 3-5-5 can't be possible, because in that situation Jatin will also be having same rank in at least these 2 races, isn't it? So that's why 3-5-5 is not possible. Certainly it is a case of 3-3-5, right? Certainly it is a case of 3-3-5. So that means now Nikhil is going to get a rank 3 and rank 5 in some of the rank 3 in both, because rank 5 is already identified. So in the remaining 2 races, Nikhil certainly must be finishing at the 3rd position. I hope it is very clear. You can go through it once again. Why it is not possible? It's quite obvious, because अगर Nikhil 2 rank races में 5th position पे होगा and Jatin is behind him, so Jatin will also be having same rank, which is not possible. Fine. So Nikhil certainly is finishing at 3rd position here. So Nikhil here and Nikhil here. ठीक है? Let's move further now. So Nikhil is done. So let me check here. So Nikhil के ranks हमें मिल चुके हैं. Jatin is still remaining. Let's see what is going to happen. Okay, what next I can do? So Nikhil, Jatin is done. And by the way, here if we see Nikhil, Jatin, so Nikhil se upar we have Aman and Nitin at least before Vinod, right? So Vinod certainly must be at 2nd position only, because Vinod se niche I want Aman and Nitin. So Vinod cannot be at 1st position, that was mentioned. Vinod must be at 2nd position, क्योंकि अगर विनोद यहाँ पे नहीं होके नीचे आता है, then Aman and Nitin both can't be there below, because Nikhil and Jatin have already occupied 2 places. So certainly these 2 positions are for Aman and Nitin, and Vinod is certainly here. Vinod is certainly here. Now what about this person who is remaining? Let's see the 6 names here. So Aman is going to be somewhere here. Vinod is already there. Jitin is still remaining, right? So 1st position certainly must be occupied by Jitin. ठीक है? So I hope that point is very clear. And regarding Jitin, we had already seen here that Jitin is lagging behind Vinod. Vinod is ahead of Jitin in exactly 2 races. So that means this is the race in which Binod is not ahead, Binod is behind Jitin, but in the remaining two races, certainly Binod is in a better rank than Jitin. Let's try to identify that. So Binod is ahead of Jitin in these two races now. Now, of course, Binod can't be here. Can Binod be here? If Binod is here, in that case, Jitin के लिए यहाँ position हो सकती है. This can't be Binod because if it is Binod, then this is also Binod. Then Jitin can't be here. Jitin तो ये Binod वैसे भी नहीं हो सकता, same position हो जाती, right? अच्छा, Binod नीचे आ सकता है क्या? अगर Binod को यहाँ ले आते हैं, if Binod is here, then Jitin कहाँ जाएगा भाई? अगर Binod यहाँ पे आता तो यहाँ Binod कहाँ जाएगा? क्या बात कर रहे हैं हम? Okay, Jitin must be somewhere below Binod. Binod is better than Jitin. क्या हमारा कुछ पॉइंट छूट गया है? Let's check. Binod is better than Jitin in two races. Nitin, Nikhil, ये हम यहाँ पे बात कर चुके थे. Nitin is better than Nikhil, तो Nitin ऊपर आएगा, Aman भी ऊपर आएगा, तो Aman, Nitin are going to be here. So this part is entirely done. जतिन की पोजीशन निखिल से नीचे है. हाँ, जतिन को फिल करें ना, पहले जतिन को फिल करते हैं. So let's see here. In this 500-meter race, let's listen very carefully. In this 500-meter race, this can't be Jatin. We know that Jatin is going to be behind Nikhil, so Jatin can't be here. Jatin may be here. Can Jatin be here? No, because if this is Jatin, then X and X must be same. Jatin would be finishing before Nikhil, which is not allowed, right? So this is not Jatin. This is Jatin. Here, this is Jatin. And of course, now in this 200-meter race, Jatin cannot have the same rank in this race 6. Jatin cannot have the rank 5 in this second race. So Jatin must be at this position behind Nikhil. This must be Jatin, right? So this part is certainly done. Now this is certainly done, right? Okay. So now let's check about this Binod and Jitin, their positions. So Binod can't be here, as I already mentioned, because Binod can't be at the same rank. So and Binod, if it is here, अच्छा, क्या ये जितिन हो सकता है क्या? Can it be Jitin? Maybe. So we are left with Binod, Jitin. क्या हो गया देखते हैं, इसको ऐसा चेक करते हैं. So what we have done? Jitin, two Jitins are remaining basically. Binod and Jitin, we are left with that. So we have no other further points. We are only having these points now. Binod is better than Jitin in exactly two races. तो ये तो हो चुका है. यहाँ पर Binod and Jitin are going to be in that order. They are going to be in that order. So see, let's check about Binod in this race. I'm checking Binod in this 500-meter race. Binod can't be here, right? Because Binod is to be better than Jitin, so Binod can't be here. Binod can't be X, because if it is Binod, then this will be Binod, which is not allowed. So this is not Binod. This can't be Binod because this would be Binod. Certainly, this first rank must be held by Binod in this 500-meter race, isn't it? Let's see once again. I'm checking with the position of Binod in this 500-meter race. It can't be last position because Binod is to be better than Jitin. This is already occupied. This can't be Binod because if it is Binod, then this must be Binod, which is not allowed. Binod can't have same rank. Same reason, Binod can't be at the second rank in this third race. So Binod certainly must be at the first rank here. This is certainly Binod. Okay. Now, what about the rank of Binod in this 200-meter race? It can't be first rank. It can't be second rank. Third, fourth are not possible. Certainly, it must be a fifth rank, right? Because sixth rank can't be held by Binod because Binod is ahead of Jitin. Now, Binod is ahead of Jitin, so it means Jitin is at the last rank here. Now, Jitin cannot be at this rank now. So, Jitin ke liye I have now two possibilities. So this can't be Jitin because if it is Jitin, then this must be Jitin. लेकिन यहाँ तो Jitin आ चुका है ना. This is not Jitin, so this must be Jitin. Fine. So this part is also done, right? This part is also covered. So all the points we have filled, there is no point remaining. So what about these remaining persons now? कौन लोग बच गए हैं? Let's try to identify. So Nikhil we had already identified. So Nikhil done. What about Nitin? Nitin तो एक बार भी नहीं आया. That's still pending. Jatin is done. So all the three ranks are identified for Jatin. What about Jitin? Jitin is also done. What about Binod? So Binod and Binod. So Binod is also done. And what about Aman? So we haven't filled Aman yet. Okay, so these two persons are remaining now. Aman and Nitin. Let's identify that fast. So this is X. So this can't be same person X, isn't it? तो ये X वाला person यहाँ नहीं होगा तो यहाँ होगा ना, right? So basically these three persons are same. So which are them? So this could be either Aman or the remaining one Nitin. So of course the remaining persons, these three positions are certainly for the other remaining persons. So let me write, if it is Y, then this is also Y, this is also Y. That's it. That's it. So we have done it entirely, and now let's check the questions. Okay. So I'm using blue color for that, and let's see what happens. So the first question is here only on your screen. It says, who is the last person to finish 100-meter race? Can we identify this? Yes, we can certainly identify. It is clearly Jatin. So option B is the right answer for that. Right. Moving to the second question. Who is the first person to finish 500-meter race? Let's get back to the table. First person, 500-meter race. So first person in 500-meter race, it is certainly Binod. So that is option C. So this is the right answer, isn't it? Let's move to the next question. It says, if Nitin is the third person, now it's talking about if, right? So remember, we had two cases for X and Y, we had two possibilities remaining, so which we were not identify because of the given instructions, given information. Now let's see here, it says, if Nitin is the third person to finish 100-meter race. So I will read it further afterwards, पहले इसको देखते हैं. If Nitin is third to finish 100-meter race. So 100-meter race में third पे Nitin है. 100-meter third Nitin. 100-meter third Nitin, 100-meter third Nitin. That means X is Nitin. We are talking about if X is Nitin. So if X is Nitin, then Y should be what? The remaining person, Aman, right? So this is only for that particular question, right? It is not for all the questions. It is only for that particular question which we are dealing with right now. So this was first question, second and third. Yes, this is third question. So in this third question, this is the situation. Now it is asking, who is the second person to finish 200-meter race? यानी कि 200-meter race में second rank पे कौन आया है? Let's check. So second 200-meter second rank. So 200-meter second rank, here it is. 200-meter second rank, it is X, that is Nitin, right? So answer would be Nitin for this third question. Nitin. So yes, option B is the right answer. Moving to the last question now. So again, it starts with the if. So it is again a case. So I'm taking different color so as not to get mixed up. So it says, if Jatin finished after Aman in every race. Okay. So Jatin finishes after Aman. So Jatin is having a lower rank. Jatin, right? Jatin is having a lower rank than Aman in every race. Let's see what does it mean. Jatin Aman के पीछे होना चाहिए. तो Jatin Aman के पीछे यहाँ तो है ही. Jatin Aman के पीछे यहाँ भी है ही. Jatin is Aman के पीछे. That means X certainly must be Aman. So in this fourth question, X comes out to be Aman. See, in the previous question it was opposite thing, right? But in this case, for the fourth question, so as it is mentioned, Jatin finishes after Aman in every race. So clearly X must be Aman, right? Only then it is to be followed. So X is Aman, then of course Y must be Nitin. So for this last question, we need to follow this part. Let's see what the question is asking. Second, third, and fourth. It says, if this is happening, then who finished last in 500-meter race? So 500 में last position किसकी है? So 500 में last. 500 में last, Y means Nitin. So Nitin must be the answer for this fourth question also. So option D would be the right answer, isn't it? So that's it. Thank you very much.